I woke up to silence, the eeriest sound on my farm. I stepped out to the coop, and my heart sank like a rock. My entire flock, nearly 40 chickens, was gone. Not a trace, not a single cluck left behind. When I checked my security camera, there she was, HOA President Karen, personally confiscating my birds for causing noise. So, I decided to fire up the biggest barbecue Willow Creek's ever seen. And guess what hit the grill? Picture a woman strutting like she owned my land, thinking she could steal my chickens and crow about it. She had no idea I'd catch her red-handed, flip her own rules, and roast her pride in front of the whole town with a smoker full of justice. This story kicks off with a coop heist, twists through a sting, and lands with a sizzle that'll have you cheering. Stick around, because Karen's about to get served a plate she can't swallow. Let's haul you to Willow Creek, a quiet Illinois suburb where fields stretch wide, kids chase fireflies till dusk, and old barns whisper tales older than the streetlights. I'm a retired chef, 47, trading Michelin kitchens for my grandpa's small farm. A weathered plot he left me with a grin and a pitchfork. Grandpa was a giant, hands rough as burlap, eyes twinkling like dawn dew, voice warm as fresh cornbread. He taught me to sear steaks, knead dough, and love the land. 4 years ago, I started raising free-range chickens, 40 hens, clucking like his old yarns, laying eggs smoother than silk. They weren't just birds. They were where I'd unwind after a shift, scout, my mutt dodging their strut, where I'd hear Grandpa's chuckle after cancer took him 7 years back. Every feather was his song, every egg my pride. A living piece of him I'd fight to keep. Willow Creek wasn't all dirt roads. New money flooded in, McMansions popping up like dandelions. Enter Karen, HOA president, the self-anointed queen of Willow Creek Estates, ruling with a clipboard meaner than her perm. She didn't lead. She crushed, her bylaws a chokehold on joy. Wrong mailbox shade? $300 fine. Too loud crickets? Warning letter. Clara, my neighbor, got a $400 hit for a gaudy bird bath. It had a turtle. Big deal. Karen's patrols were relentless. Her SUV prowling at dawn, clipboard snapping like a bear trap, sniffing out life like a bloodhound. Willow Creek Estates wasn't a community. It was her empire. Neon finds her sword. Her smirk a fortress nobody dared breach. My chickens were her obsession. Scratching in my yard, zone free. They clucked legal. No HOA rule touched them. I kept low, cooking by day, tending coops nights, scout chasing feathers, no fuss. Folks knew me as the farm guy, not a chef. I liked kneeling in dirt, whose roses bloomed like dreams. Paid $500 for excessive petals. Petals? I'd laugh, thinking my permits outranked Karen's pen. I'd played it for kings. A clipboard was a toy. But Karen's eyes locked on my flock. She called them a nuisance. Once, her sneer cutting deeper than a cleaver. Nuisance? They were Grandpa's heart, my choir, and I'd guard them with every trick in my book. Karen's war started with a thud, a neon notice taped to my coop, her HOA seal glaring like a summons. She didn't knock, she invaded, standing in my yard like she owned my shovel. Your chickens, she said, flipping her clipboard with a nail sharp as her sneer, are a noise violation. They're done. Noise. My hens clucked softer than her SUV's engine. I leaned on my rake, sipping coffee, and slid my permits over, city-stamped, legal as my deed. Not your turf, Karen, I said, voice smooth as a glaze. Then my birds. Her lips twitched, eyes glinting like a fox eyeing a henhouse. Birds don't run Willow Creek, she purred, venom cloaked in sugar. Rules do, and rules have teeth. Teeth? That wasn't a chat. It was a gauntlet. I peeled the notice, Scout's growl matching my gut, figuring she'd back off. No dice. By week's end, notices piled, printed, official, absurd. Livestock violation, $600 fine. Aesthetic nuisance, $500. Health hazard, $700. Hazard? My eggs fed half the block, cleaner than her kale smoothies. I filed them. Chef's instincts buzzing, stack proof, don't swing. But Karen wasn't tossing darts. She was loading a cannon. She crashed my Saturday feeding, Scout's ears flat, her SUV parked like a barricade. Clara weeded nearby. Jamal fixed a gate. Rosa watered roses. Karen ignored them, zeroing on me, clipboard tapping like a war drum. Those chickens are tanking our values, she said, voice dripping scorn. Clear them, or we act. Act. My yard wasn't her lot. I toss feed, cool as mise en place. Permits are bulletproof, Karen. You've got no shot. Her grin turned arctic. She wasn't asking. She was ordering. Clara whispered, she's poison. Jamal nodded. Find my grill, $500 for smoke. Smoke? Karen's eyes dare me to swing. Then it hit. A Monday, dawn silent, no clucks. I bolted to the coop, 40 hens gone, not a feather left. A sign hung. Property confiscated by HOA. Noise violation. Karen's work, no doubt. My cameras caught her, midnight, leading her crew, caging my flock, smirking, no more noise. Stealing? She'd snatched Grandpa's choir, thinking I'd fold. Fold? I'm a chef. This wasn't a fight. It was a recipe, and her teeth were about to bite dust. Karen's heist didn't just empty my coop. It lit a fire, her theft no longer a jab, but a full-on assault, gutting Grandpa's legacy like it was scraps. The notices weren't piling. They were suffocating, each one a brasher lie. Illegal livestock, $1,200 fine. Illegal. My permits were gold, county back. Odor nuisance, $1,000. My hens smelled of straw, not rot. Then came property devaluation, $1,500, claiming my clucks tanked home prices. Clucks? Neighbors swapped eggs for jam, not her lies. I locked them in my safe, chef's instinct screaming, build the dish, don't burn the kitchen. But Karen wasn't playing, she was plundering, and my flock was her prize. I sniffed a scam, kitchens taught me to spot cheats. I checked my coop, fences tight, no breaches. But signs grew. Clara caught Ted, Karen's goon, scoping my gate. Said it's for a report, she hissed. But he had bolt cutters. Cutters? Jamal saw Barb with a surveyor, Karen's enforcer, packing a flashlight. Enforcer? More like a thief. I dusted my coop, smudge prints enough to flag. Rosa tipped me. Karen's at the market, crowing, chicken's gone, town's clean. Clean? This wasn't a fine. It was a robbery in Grandpa's flock. His heart, my fight, was her target. That Monday, I stood by the empty coop, straw scattered, no clucks, Karen's sign mocking 40 hens. Cops shrugged, civil dispute, not criminal. Kicking dirt, I saw my move, not a lawsuit but a barbecue, farm style, big enough to roast her pride. I cleared my yard, hauled my smoker, called Chuck, my grill buddy, to rig tables. Posters went up, Willow Creek, Town Square, free barbecue, honoring my stolen chickens. Neighbors buzzed, Clara spread word, Jamal printed flyers, Rosa baked pies. I kept the menu quiet, hinting, HOA's serving, literally. Karen's ex-post gloated, Willow Creek's pure, pure. My hens were a choir. She'd stolen the song. I moved fast. Cameras reset. GPS trackers prepped. My lawyer, Emma, on speed dial. Karen's theft was illegal. No HOA could seize livestock without court orders. I'd grill first, sue later, letting her strut in my trap. The town RSVP'd, hundreds, curious, wrong by her fines. I was a chef. This wasn't a fight. It was a feast, and Karen's ego was the main course. Willow Creek woke to chatter. Neighbors buzzed, posters everywhere. My barbecue, the town's hot gossip. I stood by my smoker, apron loose, but my chef's blood simmered like a slow roast. Faces swung. Clara's eyes popped. You're that chef? Jamal grinned. Knew you had fire. Gotta walk the... Parked nearby, froze. Ted's coffee hit the dirt. Barb's yapper choked mid-yap. Karen lounged by her gate, sunglasses low, her smirk fading. She hadn't known. Hadn't dreamed the guy she'd robbed was cooking a plan to burn her crown. I kicked the empty coop, straw mocking 40 hens, but that camera clip was gold. Karen at midnight, caging my flock, gloating, no more noise. Theft, ripe for cuffs. Then Clara dropped a bomb. Karen's HOA chat brag. Chicken's gone. Community saved. Framing my hens as filth to boost her clean town cred. Saved? My gut roared. Chefs don't flinch. We played. I scoured her posts. Karen crowed. Progress rules. Progress? Her own yard had an unpermitted gazebo, breaking her bylaws. Hypocrite? My smoker burned. This was a sting. I dug deeper. Emma pulled HOA records. Karen's seizures, no votes, pure fraud. My permits shown, certified small farm, untouchable. Then the twist, Linda, HOA treasurer, slipped me a USB at dusk. Karen's emails, ordering fake fines, mine included, to clear riffraff. Riffraff? My hens fed Willow Creek. I stacked proof. Karen's clip, Linda's emails. Clara's tip, Ted's texts. Coop empty, boss thrilled. Thrilled? Not for long. The barbecue was set, town square, grills hot, neighbors piling in. I hung a sign, HOA's chickens grilled by me. Karen's chat panicked. Barb typed, he can't. Oh, I could. I rigged cameras. Live stream queued. Emma's suit prepped. Illegal seizure. Trespass. Fraud. Karen's morning walk past my gate. She'd crashed the feast. Clueless. I was a chef. This wasn't a fight. It was a sizzle, and her pride was about to char. Willow Creek's town square was a circus. Grill smoking, 1,000 neighbors packed in, air thick with grease and glee. Karen strutted through, perma fortress, coffee cup raised like a scepter, her grin wide enough to blind. "This is unauthorized," she crowed, eyeing my sign. HOA's chickens grilled by me. She thought she'd shut it down. My barbecue her stage to flex. Wrong. Neighbors chowed. Clara's pies vanished. Rose's lemonade flowed. Jamal flipped burgers. Karen's smirk was steel. She thought she'd own the feast. She spun lies. My chickens were filth. A slum tanking values. Half nodded, con, half seethed, smelling blood. Ted tossed, HOA rules flyers. Grass ate them like trash. Karen glowed. "We've purified Willow Creek." Purified? My move. I cranked the smoker, voice low as a rolling boil. "Karen, got a drumstick to share?" She froze, coffee splashing, expecting a fine. Rosa hissed, "Server." I hit the live stream. Screen live on the HOA chat. 500 neighbors glued. Footage rolled. Midnight. Karen's crew, caging hens, her laugh sharp. No more noise. Then my permits, county back clean. The crowd roared. Jamal bellowed, "Thief." Karen's face drained. "It's fake." I clicked. Linda's USB. Karen's email. Seize the coop. No vote. Clara's clip. Karen at the market. Chicken's gone. Town's mine. Ted's text to Barb. Flock nab, pay up. Neighbors surged. Clara screamed, "Fraud." My stream hit 1 million views. Phones flashing like a storm. I faced Karen. Sign raised. "I'm a chef, Karen. You stole my flock. Felony theft. Trespass fraud." I tossed Emma's suit. $10,000 damages. Illegal seizure. Case 2025, WC 88. You're done. She choked. Community good. Cops rolled in. My call from dawn. Sheriff Klein stepped up, cuffs gleaming. "Karen," he said, "you're under arrest." Click. Cuff snapped on her. Ted, Barb dragged through jeers. Karen wailed, "You can't." We did. The square erupted. Cheers, fist high. Jamal hugging Rosa. Clara's laugh wild. Linda yelled, "HOA's done. Vote." Unanimous. Bylaws burn. Karen's crown was ash. My grill the hammer. Rosa's clip hit 3 million views. Neighbors chanting, "Justice." I stood by the smoker, Grandpa's flock alive in their roar. Willow Creek wasn't hers. It was ours. Truth, the hottest flame. Karen's cuffs didn't just clip her ego. They torture rain. Willow Creek roared. Neighbors danced in the square, hugging, laughing, Clara tossing lemonade like confetti. Deputies hauled Ted out, his swagger sunk, Karen sobbing. "It's a frame." Frame? Her coup heist told the truth. The DA piled on. Theft, trespass, fraud, charges stacking like firewood. My suit cracked her HOA. $5,000 in fines. No votes, pure scam. Funneled to her cousin's consulting front. No receipts. Karen's driver flipped, naming 8 scams. Coops, sheds, all seized. All tied to her sister-in-law's Creek Realty. Clara's fence, fined in 22, wasn't unsafe. Barb's text brag paid off. Rosa's roses, hit last spring, same game. 30 neighbors spoke, X blazed. Hashtag Creek Justice spiking to 4 million posts. Tales from Florida to Maine. The council froze her accounts. $3 million seized. Her gazebo bulldozed. Her realty a front for scams. Karen faced 10 years. Her plea dead when Barb spilled. $80,000 inspector bribes. Karen's name on each. Willow Creek didn't gawk. NBC ran. Chef's barbecue sting. But we grilled. Sang moved on. The HOA crumbled. Board quit. Bylaws burned. Neighbors raided the office, unearthing $2.8 million in fines. Karen's piggy bank for cruises. Funded by Clara's birdbath. Rose's tulips. Linda led a vote. New council. No fines, just trust. Karen's progress. Sunk, my coop empty but proud. Clara clapped my shoulder. Your grandpa be proud. Proud? I felt him, urging me to cluck on. Willow Creek didn't just heal, it crowed. I rebuilt the coop, new hens clucking, eggs gleaming, $10,000 from Karen's fine and town grants. Neighbors pitched in, Clara's feed, Rose's wire, Jamal's posts, Hank's grit. It wasn't a coop, it was us unbowed. A sign hung, legal flock. Try stealing again. Another blazed. Rebel Farm Barbecue, where HOA gets grilled. Karen slunk out. A month later, no post, no wave, just dust. My farm thrived. No fines, all pride. I toasted Grandpa at dusk. Scout's tail thumping. His flock sang, fiercer than ash. Justice isn't loud. It's a grill, a town that fights. Got an HOA nightmare? A Karen who stole too much? Drop a comment. Your wildest clash. Where you're watching. I read every one, craving your spark. Did this sizzle light you up? Smash that like. It's grilling truth over coals. Share with your crew. neighbors, even the guy with the loud rig. New here? Subscribe, hit the bell. We're cooking more wins, laughs, and grit, and I want you at the table. Thanks for feasting with me in Willow Creek. Keep planting, battling, crushing nonsense. Catch you next. Stay tough, stay true. HOA Karen stole my chickens. BBQ Showdown for revenge. When HOA Karen stole my 40 chickens, claiming they were noise. She didn't know I'm a chef with a grill and a plan. Watch cameras catch her heist, a barbecue roaster pride, and Willow Creek cheer as justice sizzles. Stay for Karen's smoky fall.